This will be my review for Vanishing Point from 1971. This is just a pretty much straightforward car chase movie. Had it on my list for a while. First got introduced to it from the movie Death Proof, the Quentin Tarantino movie. It was his half of the Grindhouse double feature. The other one was Planet Terror with Robert Rodriguez. Death Proof, in my opinion, is a very underrated movie. I know Quentin Tarantino's come out and said that it's his least favorite of his movies, and other people hate on it too, but I think it's better than that. I think it's just a straightforward, interesting car chase movie. The car chase scene in it is amazing. So, in that movie, there's a group of these stunt actresses. Well, it's kind of like two movies put together. They're one of the halves. There's these stunt women, and they want to go check out a car. It's let me double check what year it is. Oh, it doesn't say. So it's like a 69, 70 Charger, white, and they're gonna go take it for a test drive, and they say, also what's significant about this car? It's Kowalski's car from Vanishing Point. And then they talk about a couple other movies. I'll refer back to that when I get to the end here of my review. So that's how I get introduced to the movie. Want to check it out. Its story is based around Kowalski and played by Barry Newman. Don't recognize him. He looks like Dustin Hoffman, kind of. But didn't recognize him. Didn't really recognize him from his list of movies he's been in either. He is... You get his backstory through flashbacks as he's driving, but he used to be a cop, and then he's like just like kind of a, what do you call it, like raced motorcycles, raced cars, did like demo derbies. So after he's a cop, he kind of was just doing all these speed freak things. At the beginning, we see him; he's just kind of doing a lot of driving, a lot of runs. We don't really know what he's doing at the very beginning of the movie. We're assuming he's dropping off cars, because then right away he gets to a garage, tells the guy he's going to make the run to San Francisco from Colorado, and he's just going to do it overnight. He's going to do it like as fast as he can, and everybody's like, hey, why don't you just chill down, take a day off, have some sleep. And he's like, nah, I'm going to go do it. And then he goes to pick up some speed, like meth, from a guy so he can stay up. And he bets the guy that deals it to him that he can get the car there before like Sunday. So he's like, it's like 2 days or something like that. So that's kind of the whole plot. He's trying to get this car to San Francisco in a really short amount of time to win this bet. I thought it was kind of funny that right away they show him he just hopped up on speed. They're just kind of like right out there in front with it. But then it makes sense because he gets pretty reckless pretty quick. He's driving this car, and then he's just like, right away just ignores cops and flies right past them, goes on multiple chases with like motorcycle cops, big old groups of cops and cars, and is running them off the road, and takes a detour into the desert, gets help from some old guy, and that's pretty much it. He gets chased around and just trying to make to his destination. Will he make it? I don't know. I don't wanna. I could tell you the ending, but I won't. I'll leave you in suspense. You can guess how it ends. Other than that, it's pretty much the whole movie. He runs into a couple people here and there, not too many. There's like a biker guy and his naked girlfriend out in the desert. He met this older rattlesnake catcher in the desert part as well. It helps him hide for a little bit. And then there's like one other little side story that I thought was just very, very poorly connected. Cleavon Little, the actor, plays a guy named Super Soul. He's a blind guy. If you don't know, Cleavon Little's a black guy. He was in Blazing Saddles, and so he plays this DJ Super Soul. He's kind of doing like a Stevie Wonder thing, and he's playing this really good rock music, and then somehow catches wind that Kowalski's on the run from the cops, running this car. How he knows about this, no idea. They have a police scanner, but then he like makes him into this kind of local hero, this kind of Robin Hood kind of guy, driving this car from Colorado to where's he going? We don't know. It's like, why would anybody care? Why? And I mean, he doesn't do a good job of like making him this hero figure. He just talks about him driving a car, and he just instantly connects with him for some reason. And there's like people like gathering around. They're standing outside this radio station. Why? Who knows? They don't know where he's going. All they know is there's a guy driving a white Charger in multiple chases with cops and running people off the road. I thought that was like the dumbest side story. It was so weird. Kind of reminded me. It was like a oddly interjected, but like reminded me of the Warriors. How there's that female DJ, but that's like has a point kind of. She tells the other gangs to go after the Warriors. Here it's just like a random guy at a radio station is trying to help him somehow, and then a bunch of people, a bunch of racist cowboys like hate him and they attack him, and it was just really bad. I just really hated that part of the movie. It just made no sense, and overall I got pretty bored with it. The plot's real thin. You're kind of learning about his history and flashbacks and stuff like that, but it doesn't really add to it at all. It doesn't really make it much more interesting. It does have good music, I'll say that. That's about the only thing that's, worth recommending. Good music. And even the chases were okay, but I've seen better. So my rating, I'm giving it a 2.25 out of a 5. If you're like a super diehard fan of like 70 car chase movies, then yeah, check it out. But otherwise, there's better ones out there. So, like I mentioned, I first heard this from Death Proof, and they also mentioned like the original Gone in 60 Seconds, Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry, and I think those are the ones they mentioned. I haven't seen the original Gone in 60 Seconds yet. I have seen Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry. It has Peter Fonda in it. It's pretty good. Has much more of an interesting story, and the car chases are better. So I'd recommend that before this. That came out in '74, so it came out after this movie. Another car chase movie that I did like was Two Lane Blacktop, and let me double check when that year was. '71 as well, same year as this, and that actually has James Taylor, the musician, and I think it's Dennis Wilson from the Beach Boys. They're driving a 55 Chevy cross country. That's really interesting. James Taylor's the driver. Dennis Wilson's the mechanic, fixing it up, and then, they start racing Warren Oates' character in a GTO. I just remember seeing that when I was younger, really late at night, and just thought it was really cool. So definitely I would recommend Two Lane Blacktop and Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry over this. And then I'll have to check out Gone in 60 Seconds still. But yeah, if you're super diehard for these 70s car chase movies, or just want to check it out because of Death Proof, like I did, yeah, but for casual people, not really worth it. So 2.25 out of 5. All right.